All right, let's talk about my Vegas trip. Whew. Okay, so let's see where do I begin with this. Okay, so I have not been to Vegas since like early 2018, but it was definitely before I was Paisley Hayes. Like there was no Paisley Hayes when I went to Vegas the first time, and me and my ex had went to Vegas. And the thing about any trip that I ever took with him, which is why, okay, I'm not gonna bring problems, or like any things into like whoever I decide to travel with next. But it's like every relationship that I went on, every relationship, every vacation that I went on with my ex, like we argued. I can't say that everything was just not fun, but like if you argue, like if I go on vacation with you and we're supposed to, especially if we're in a relationship, but dating, whatever. If I go on a relation, if I go on a vacation, I keep switching the words. If I go on a vacation with a man, baby, we're not about to argue because if you argue, it's just gonna feel like no matter what happens after that, it's just like we argued on vacation. Why? So, my first Vegas experience, it had its moments, but it, whatever. So I all these years I haven't went back to Vegas. So um let's scratch that. So my friend just bought his house out in Vegas. Finn, everybody, I be posting him all the time on my channel. Cool. And he decided to do a housewarming party, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot miss his housewarming party. Like, first off, anytime any of my friends accomplish like big things or like goals, like he had been talking about this and saying like, okay, in this month in April, I'm gonna have my house in Vegas. And when first off, it's sexy as fuck when a man be like, I'm gonna do this, and then like he does the shit. Friend or no friend, whatever. Like when a guy or when a person says that, even when a woman, like that shit is sexy. Like this month I'm going to do this, and it actually gets done. Whoo. So I was like, especially if you're my friend, like I'm not gonna miss like big moments in your life like that. I just think circumstances don't matter. Like if you want to be there for your friend, you're gonna fucking be there. And so I wanted to be there. And so okay, let's talk about it. So I this was my first time that I got on a plane by myself. And the ironic part about it is that a girl that I went to middle school with and her boyfriend was on the flight that I took to get to Vegas. So I wasn't necessarily all alone, so I kind of took like a little jitters away. And then the flight back, I mean, totally fine. I think now on, like, I don't know, being in airports, doing all that doesn't really bother me. I'm not nervous or anything. Because when you don't do something often, it's like, you know, you might get the jitters or something, but it's really cool now. Um, so I get out to Vegas, and like I said, last time I was on some like touristy vacation stuff, and this time it's like, oh, let me go see my friends. So I get to his house, and that day that I arrived was the day of his housewarming party. So most of the day was spent just um. No, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, okay. Let me get off my phone. I'll read this in a second. Um, but most of the day was spent getting ready for the party, which is all good with me. I was just excited to be there, and then I got to go on YouTube and stuff. So let's talk about the party. So people started arriving, and guys, this was like okay. I'm trying to think so I don't lie to you guys, but this was like the first party, like the first housewarming party, like the first house party kind of vibe that I've been to. And I've enjoyed myself. So I really wasn't allowed to go to house parties back in high school. And the first time I was allowed to go somewhere was with coworkers, but I was working with my mom, so it's just like, although they were around my age and like took me to the house party and was offering me drinks at the same time, I feel like they were closer to my mom. So I didn't like drink. I literally sat there like a bump on a log. I felt uncomfortable because I felt like, well, damn, if I'm myself, are they gonna go back and snitch on me? Like, what's going on? I just felt very awkward. And then the second time, I got to go to a party with one of my girlfriends in high school, and it just wasn't my scene. I felt uncomfortable again, and so I never really went to back to any house parties. And then as an adult, it's just like, I don't know. I just kind of was bitter. I didn't get to do those things like in my first couple years of college or high school. Didn't really do that, so whatever. Fast forward to I'm 33 years old. doing doing this for the first time, and I was nervous honestly because one, it's a lot of people in the adult industry that I knew were going to be there, and I don't know, like you guys, I know y'all watch my YouTube channel and stuff, and y'all like follow me on Instagram, and I'm like, ah, this is amazing, like all this, but y'all, I am really shy. Like I have to admit that. Like I really have to admit that I get really shy and nervous in front of big crowds, and I just don't know. Like I just be myself, like regardless, but I'm still like deep down, like extremely just like and so I didn't know how it was gonna be, but everybody there was so fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, like it was so cool watching him just sit back with all his friends. I just feel like I'd be so happy for my friends when they accomplish things or when they're doing things, and to see them like in their element, like doing what they want to do and like being themselves and just having fun. Like that was really cool. Everybody there was really cool. Guys, I had never played a beer pong before, and I played that for the first time, and I'm just like, ah, look at me. Of course, I wasn't that good. I mean, I did get the ball in a few little cups, but you know, it was fun. And so I played like 2 or 3 games of that. I got to meet some cool people that were there. Um, I actually got to meet this one girl. We have a project coming up together, so that's gonna be exciting. Um, and yeah, the party went on for long. The food was cool. He had like snacks and shit. These drinks was good, guys. I ate. Okay, so I'm finally gonna reveal it publicly. 8 edibles and like 4 shots. Well, really it was five, but two of them were like only halfway full. So let's just say it was four. And then it was like this infused fruit that was so good. It was it peaches and pineapples? I think that's what it was. But I had some of them. That shit was good. And I haven't been drunk like that in a long time, or just drunk and lit and just faded and in my zone. And that felt really good. Cause I just needed that. I don't drink, you guys. Like I'll have a margarita when I go out, but I'm not really a big drinker. And to just actually, that was at the party. Let's talk about before the party. Me and him took a shot together, and woo, I think that's what kicked it off. Paisley's thing to getting drunk, but I didn't go too far. Like I gotta tell y'all my drunkest stories. Like I was literally sleeping in the club one time, but I didn't let myself get too drunk, but drunk enough where it was like feeling good and I can vibe and all that. So the party was really good. It went on like all fucking night. Honestly, I didn't even, when I looked at it, because I think it started at 7. It was like a whole work shift. It started at like 7 and then didn't wasn't over till like 3:30 in the morning, and or maybe 3, something like that. But dang, that shit was fun. Time was flying. Um, that was just really fun. So I'm really glad I got to go. I know you guys have been asking me, how was Vegas? How was it? So I wanted to tell you, like, that was the reason why I went out there. That's what I did. Um, I'm trying to see what else I want to tell you guys. Cause yeah. Um Okay, well that sums up Vegas for my YouTube. And yeah, so toodles. Talk to you guys later. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Peace.